Hello and welcome back to Cultist Simulator. This is starting off immediately from the last one. We're trying to get more health. Let's keep grinding away at this. We can try again, but that would be annoying. So let's look at our health again. Now, actually, this is the lower one. It's going to be left off with 100 and... Or the important thing is more than 120. But it might be really close. So we search the city once more. We get a lesson learned. Okay, 175. We need 60 to get an additional vitality. Ooh, I don't have a health sitting around. Oh no! Oh no! How close is this? 32 seconds. That's too long! Oh no. That's 60 seconds. Ooh, I made a minor mistake. I should have kept one health sitting around. Well, wait, we have a little bit of wiggle room. And there we go. So this has more than 120. The first 60 gets us our second vitality. The second 60 gets us a lesson learned, which means that we are good to go. Okay. Very, very narrow windows here, however. And it did require a little bit of luck. We're not currently wanting to produce more notoriety, considering the very close call we had last time. Let me think. We don't necessarily want to dream up anything at the moment. Inspector Wakefield is not one of the best inspectors to have on our tail, but he's not one of the worst. Now, I could try to get rid of the tentative evidence. I do also need, actually, so we are going to visit the Mantis. No, it is Passion. We're gonna go to the wood. I want more basic ones. We can split these apart, but 5 is a good number to have just kind of hanging around. So I prefer to find it rather than just use the one that we have. And you will continue working. So we combine these two. This takes 60 seconds. We have 30 seconds left over, which is enough. It is enough. And with all this, we will be able to improve our physique once more. We don't want the peculiar rumor. Let's visit. Ah, dang it. In the wood beyond the walls of the mantis, a jagged rock rears like a petrified remains of a dancing giant. I trailed my hand along its flank, over the eye signs of lichen, and the crude graffiti of the lesser wood powers, and I felt the thrumming of the wheel which has passed. It has passed, but something continues. So we will visit the way of the wood again. And now, 1, 2, 3, 4. A deeper grace. I will follow the Thunderskin's voice. I am curious. Grail would work too, right? Yes. Would this work? I will burn with the strength. Would this work? Oh no! Shoot. I don't know what all actually works. I doubt this works. Huh. I suppose that makes sense. Locksmith. No. So my guess is that that one is passion. You probably have found the limits. A barber's warning will work? Will this one work? No. Will this one work? No. Let's do a deeper grace. As far as I know, that doesn't influence it. That just allows it so that way you don't have to have one particular one in order to do it. This is someone, well, it's fine. We're safe. We're safe for the moment. And visit the Temple of the Wheel. Oh my god, I should be visiting the well. Okay. So next time we will visit the well. And hopefully it won't bamboozle us. I should have done this, worried about that affliction. We did fortunately get a vitality from the Trembling Airs. And we have a flawless physique. Machine perfection, sinew-bound ivory, tight in satin skin. From here, I can only deteriorate. We cannot improve this any further. And dang it, I forgot to... okay. Put it right here. I tend to do that once I get to much higher levels. Is completely ignore afflictions and let it deteriorate down. So, with that, however, we have improved ourselves. Okay, lots of stuff just happened. But well, and I don't think I'm actually gonna read that. Actually, wait, I don't think I have read this one. In the well in the wood, the well in the wood is never dry, but it is never clear. One night it might heave with crawling roots. On another, it will pulse with bright moss. On nights of the full moon, its waters are choked with fat, dappled bodies of moths. Last night, I saw it brimming with dark and vicious blood. Gelatinous shreds drifted on its surface. Clots of grail matter. Ew. Ew. Ah! Dang it! My brain it wants to keep going and ignore this affliction. I have to do the affliction next time. I don't know what it is. I'll put it on normal. I have to do the affliction next time. That is the main thing. I'm just gonna focus on that for a moment. Okay. And before I even get the chance to forget, affliction, vitality, heal. We got an additional cult scrap, and we're going to immediately search for places in the city. Because I know that there are a couple more. We've almost gotten rid of the tentative evidence, which is good. That mainly means is that I think I'm going to try to get rid of our annoyance. A Glover. And we don't have anything to study. We could... I'm thinking we might want to try to combine some of these. However, we don't have enough, really. We're not worried about these. I could work on a Sexton's secret. We get the Forsaken Reach. Along the great banks of the rotting river, the warehouses wait. Perhaps I've identified one where an unusual cargo was stored. And we have found all expeditions of the capital. So what this means now is this will give us additional goods, but this one is randomly generated. What that means now is we should move up one level. So we're going to start looking at odd nooks remain in the quiet countryside here and there for those who know where to look. So we're going to start visiting the shires. We don't necessarily have anything we want to dream. Other than Forgotten Chronicles and Forbidden Epics, we would want to collect some more of those. So let's go ahead. We will enter the Stein door. This is so that way, let's see. This is visiting the continent, and this is lands far away from the continent, over the mountains. Not quite over the mountains yet, I suppose. And, however, unfortunately, these do get more dangerous as we progress, so this is something that we need to be aware of. And at this point, we're starting to approach endgame. Now, what we're looking for, so we need to start to upgrade this to the 4th, 5th, and then I think 6th mark. And, mainly what we need is more lantern lore. So that is what we're looking for, is additional lantern lore. Now, we could get a Trembling Heat. We could either visit... Let's visit the Ascent of Knives. We would have gone a Forbidden Epic, but we do get a Bitter Atmosphere. Winter passes the clothes, passes the skin, nestles in the veins. This is a 10th order influence, a gathering of knot of power of peril and apparel. This can be used in some rites. Now we do have to be careful. I visited the Ascent of Knives last night. That harshest rose through the house. It has been sacred to the Miniscate and the Sun and Rags since the Intercalate. When the true sun was divided, when I woke my room was freezing. The chill of it had cracked the window glass. I'm going to put this up here. Now, let's go ahead. We will visit the Stag Door again. We find the Gladwin Lakes. Beneath the stark shapes of the fells, the mist-wreathed surface of the lake awaits. There was a twin altar here before the Romans came, and a legend of a serpent who was sent to defile that altar. So we will continue visiting the Shire. Oh, the Shire! And I think... Let us try. Let us try to improve our situation at Glover and Glover. Now, let us... Okay. So I will visit this first. Somewhat expectedly, we weren't able to improve a Sex and Secret. That's a temporary card. Timed it very well. So we will continue to study the Ragged Lore. And we put this aside. And what we're going to do... Let's see. We're going to try an invocation. We have a Bitter Atmosphere. Now we don't want to attempt foolish, beautiful magic. So, we will need knock. And we don't have a tool. So we can add either edge, heart, or forge. Now we need an instrument. We have heart, and that's... let me see. We have winter. Unfortunately, we don't need winter, and we don't need grail, so we can try heart. Summon one of the voiceless dead. These are the dead who do not descend or ascend, but who remain in the mansis and dream of winter. The power of winter, along with a little of heart's warmth, will draw them here. So, let us attempt to summon one of the voiceless dead. And I will need to do this first, and we will speak to him. We will send a potent minion to murder an annoyance. I'm out of patience with this nuisance. This should be an end to the matter. But they could possibly survive, and the attempt will draw attention. Will it outright kill my minion? Ooh. That could be an issue. We're gonna try it. I am a little bit worried, though. I am actually quite a bit worried. Because I hope... that doesn't seem quite right. Shouldn't it just give him a scar? For the sake of science, actually, we'll try it. Let's visit the Painted River. I am sure... yeah, I'm sure I've read that one before. So we will continue to visit the Stag Door. And we get Gwir Inn. On a crumbling cliff above a gray sea, the Gwir Inn squats until the day the sea comes for it. It receives few guests, fewer since the owner closed his notorious library to visiting scholars. This is... I really hope it doesn't outright kill the follower. My gut feeling tells me that that's not actually the right wording on that, but I could be wrong. I could very much so be wrong. I'm gonna let that tick down, though. For the sake of science. And this, yeah. We should be producing glimmer. Lots of stuff. We're not interested in a subtle rapture. Unfortunately, we do get some fascination. Light leaks through the cracks. My mind is brighter than it ever was. The higher I rise, the more I see. I dreamt of the manses behind the white door, of the great space above the orchard, the space that overlooks the bounds, the space where the vagabond once painted her river. Painted ships passed upon the painted river. I met the painted eyes of a painted captain. She saluted, and the motion was like a layered movement of clouds. The sail of the ship was amber, and the captain's eyes the green of new barley, and the river aquamarine. Now that I'm awake, I see those colors still. So, if you had been sort of paying attention, so far, a lot of the books that we read, specifically Gallagher, speaks of how... oh, nice. Speaks of how artisans visit the mansis. That all artisans visit the mansis. And more specifically, looking at something of the Painted River would sort of hint at what it is that they see. my minion has returned with the prisoner. He will have time now to regret his choices. Ho ho ho! It does produce a bit of notoriety. Now we do have a helpless prisoner. This has a longer timer on it. Oh boy, okay. So, we have two choices with this helpless prisoner. One, okay. So, we're gonna, actually, holding on to him is not beneficial to us because of the fact that this is already gone, and now that I think of it, we are not ready to to further our marks. Oh no! Ooh. Okay, your escaped summoning will take something from you before it returns to the place beneath the world's skin. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Did I miss? A breach! My summoning has escaped my control, will wreak havoc, no doubt. And yeah, I forgot. Oh, why? I feel like I was moving too fast. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. And if I remember right, they should, let's see. Supposedly they finally fixed the fact that the summonings didn't quite have a good bite to them, in that they wouldn't ever actually do anything bad. What exactly does this do, though? I am mildly concerned. Please. I think they forgot to give it its bite. Maybe I don't have that update, actually. That'd be somewhat unfortunate. I should have it. Unfortunately, I am having internet issues at the moment, but I thought that update came out before. Or maybe they didn't fix it. That's mildly annoying, though. I forgot a Chronicle. That's what we were looking for. So I'll go ahead and just pick it up. We get back. Let's actually do that. And as I said, we're not interested in the... Right, we're not interested in leveling this up. Now, we can either use lore or a follower. And I believe, yeah. Glass Garden. This is not enough. The light of the divided sun penetrates my dreams, but not enough to thaw the long-dead frost blossoms of the Glass Garden. Each step I take crashes another plant in powder. This is the way the brighter hours once came, but now it's silent here in the clouds. So that's our next step. Now I believe that this one skips 2 levels, so it's harder to get to the Glass Garden. However, the spider's door is always thirsty. Always. The blood I've given leaks in threads and spills through the skin of the world, and the door drinks it. And a moment's satisfaction swells its opening until I can pass. This is where, in my opinion, the Mantis gets particularly interesting. Because this is not going to be us simply passing through the Mantis. Possibly, this will be us bringing something physical back. There are some other interesting aspects of this that we'll see in just a moment. We don't have anything we want to use our talker for. Okay, we don't need a favor from authority for the moment. I think it's more common here, though. This is our first visit. So let's visit a chamber wave. Fascination. Great. Last night, I came to the concursum, the space at the center of the mansis, which has been called the Chamber of Mirrors. From here, the hours may pass to any place in the mansis. I saw the miniscate rise in the cobalt glory of the chamber's light, dancer life moon bright, and she reflected my face in her own. And this morning, that is all I can see. We have also, this is starting to produce the pattern that dread has stopped becoming a problem. Fascination has started to become a problem. Cagless Scratch. Here the rumors dug for silver. Here the Romans dug for silver until they reached the unsanctioned space where the names hid things not fit for sunlight. Many others have come since then, even as the tunnels crumble. Some, I'm assuming, have returned. Maybe not returned. I'm not so sure. So yes, so fascination will slowly start to become more of a problem. This is... one of these I think is new. Actually, I think a couple of these are new. Um... Let me see... The law does not touch the decaying fringe of the city. The mud here has claimed many lives, and there will no doubt be some wretched criminals or other lairing in the warehouse. Now I'm thinking about this. We have notoriety, and I think we have a season of suspicion coming up. That is not the best combination. Yes. And I don't think I have enough time to try and smooth over this notoriety. Yep. Oh, I haven't quite been paying attention. Now, this ambition slot, I don't want to technically go to. So, the last position at Glover and Glover, while I think it might, I don't know if it gives 4 funds, but what it probably most definitely does, if not that, we would no longer have to use our reason. Now that sounds great, except for one problem. It replaces that with the fact that any notoriety produced will cause a scandal. And if a scandal happens, I don't know if we get a chance at or like going around it. Like if we get one chance at you just got one, next time we'll take your job. But at least twice it will you will permanently lose the Glover and Glover position. They'll consider that your the cult activity is just simply too much for them. And since I prefer a stable job simply eating up a little bit of our reason over possibly permanently losing it, that's what we're going to go with. But currently, we have gotten to a more stable position. We got very lucky on a couple of rolls. I believe it's luck. And with that, I will see you in the next one.